Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mo. I hope you guys are doing great. Let me quickly address this. When people reach out to me, they go by hi Mimi, dear Mimi. Actually, my daughter is Mimi. Her full name is Michelle, and I'm Modupe, Mo for short. Okay, so I am Mo, and my daughter is Mimi. Thank you. So today's video is going to be about how you can enroll your kids in kindergarten. Before we get right into the video, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Welcome back guys. So if you're just coming across my video for the first time, I moved to Poland in October 2021 with my daughter, and I'm presently in my third year at the Medical University of Gdansk. I am a nursing student. Okay, so after I arrived in Poland, I got quite a lot of questions from fellow moms, especially African moms, on how I was able to, relocate to Poland with my daughter on study visa, since Poland is not one of those countries, that allow you to, travel on study visa with your family. So I recently made a detailed video on the ways with which you can actually, bring your kids or your spouse with you. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to have it linked up and also in the description box, so you can always watch that video. So today I'm going to be talking about one of those ways that I talked about in details, so which is enrolling your kids in a school so they can gain admission, and then you can use that to, apply for your child's study visa as well. So before we get into that, let's talk about searching for schools. Okay, I'm going to be talking mostly about preschool because I have more information and knowledge about the preschool than the middle school and the high school. So if you want me to talk about the middle school and high school in subsequent videos, please send a DM or leave a comment in the comment section below. Okay, so first thing is, whoever is coming with the child, whether it's the father or the mother, you need to gain admission for. So it's going to serve as a basis for the application you want to make for your child, right? Like, you don't expect the school to reserve a space for your child even when they don't know your status. Okay, so first you need to gain admission. So once you have the admission from the university, you may want to check if your university have affiliation with some preschool, because some universities actually do. Universities like WSG, like University of Gdansk and Medical University of Gdansk that I am studying presently, recently launched something like that last September. You may want to check out the website to know how you can go about it. Okay, so having checked the website of the school, if you're able to fulfill all the requirements, then maybe they can give you the admission or the appointment letter, and then you're good to go. But if you don't like what you see and you would prefer to check out other schools as well, thank God for Google. You can always, type on Google Map. For example, let's use University of Gdansk. Okay, so you can just type in Google preschool near University of Gdansk. It's going to give you tons of school, even schools far away. So it's left for you to pick, the ones you want, probably based on the distance, if you have an accommodation already, or if you intend to stay in the student dormitory. Okay, so you can always choose whichever one you want. Check out the website of the preschool. Obviously there will be like contact information there. You can, send them emails and maybe give them a call if you can speak the Polish language, because there's probability like the person on the other end may not be able to speak English fluently. Okay, so I would suggest, sending an email. And all things being equal, if your child gets the admission, you're good to go. I would like to note that your child does not necessarily need to attend the school when you arrive. Okay, when you arrive, if you are not comfortable with the environment of the school, you can always, search for another school. But first, you need your child to have the admission, to be able to get the admission letter and use that to apply for your child's visa. So now let's talk about the government schools and the private school, and then you can weigh your options. I'm going to be talking about the government school first. Okay, as with every government schools in every country, okay, they have like specific admission window, they have conditions that you must fulfill, maybe the child's age and all that. So it's the same for Poland, and I'm sure some of these requirements vary with the province or maybe the city. First, you need to note something, that most schools in Poland teach in Polish. However, there are other schools that also teach in other languages as well. You may want to consider the cost, you may want to consider the distance, you may want to consider the environment before you pick your choice. So because I live in Gdansk, I'm going to be like speaking more about Gdansk. So for Gdansk, like there is a website where you can register your child, and that particular field on the website is always only opened during the admission window, okay, which is just for like a month. So before I made this video, I tried to check the website, and I realized that particular field isn't open yet. That's because this is not the admission window. So there are quite a number of conditions that you have to fulfill, and all of these conditions are marked by points. Conditions like the position of the child in the family, if the child has other siblings or any special needs sibling, if the parents like work in Poland, if they are citizens, all of those things. And all of these points put together is what they will use to determine if your child will be given admission. In all honesty, I don't think anyone in the abroad who doesn't live in Poland, who is not a Polish citizen, who is just coming in newly will gain admission in the government school. I sincerely doubt it. Even those that are Polish citizens and actually reside here, it is quite competitive for them. So the good thing is the tuition fee for the government school is free. And I think depending on the city, the school time is like a bit different. I think some start by 7 and they end by 1. I think some start by 8 and they end by 2. However, if you decide to let your child stay in school beyond the particular time that they're supposed to leave, for example, if it is by 2, if your child needs to stay extra hours, you're going to start paying for the extra hours. I really don't know the amount right now, but this was the information I got from a friend who is a Polish citizen and has a toddler at the preschool. Okay, so for every hour that they spend, they have to pay. They are also going to pay for extracurricular activities and the feeding. I think this feeding is about 11 zloty right now. I think that's like the general information for the government school. As for the private school, I have more knowledge about it because my daughter attends the private preschool. Okay. So for the private preschool, you're going to pay tuition. You're going to pay for extracurricular activities, maybe sports, maybe dance class. You're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for books. You're going to pay for toothbrush. You're going to pay for the feeding. There are also certain things that you have to bring to school. In my daughter's previous class, when she was, about 2-3 years, and they have nap time at school, so we had to bring like pajamas, we had to bring blankets, and maybe pillows. Like each child has their own bed in the school once it's nap time. Add extra dresses for them, extra maybe trousers, extra pair of socks, extra underwears, extra tops for them in their cubicle in the cloakroom. Just like I mentioned that the government school have the admission window, yes, the private school also have the admission window when you have to enroll your kids at the school. I don't know if this is the same for all private schools in Poland. Obviously, we know the way private schools run, that even if the kids didn't enroll at that, during the admission window, you can always, enroll your child another time, provided they have, space to accommodate your child. Because I could remember after I arrived in Poland was when I enrolled my daughter in the kindergarten, and I went to about 5-6 schools, and 3 out of those schools actually told me that they can't take any more kids because they've actually like reached their maximum number of students that they can take. Okay, so depending on the school, something like that may happen. Just like I said earlier, the kids are being taught in Polish language. The private schools teach English as a subject. I forgot to mention this for the government school. I don't think they like outrightly teach the kids in English. But I remember my friend mentioned like teaching them songs in English, but not like outright lessons. Okay. But for the private schools, they actually like teach them English as a subject 3 times in a week in my daughter's kindergarten. One of the things that I like about the kindergarten that my daughter attends is the communication and how warm they are with her. Like they accepted her so well, even though she's only the black kid. They are very like nice to her, both the teachers and the kids. So if you're able to fulfill all the conditions and your child gains the admission, you go ahead with the admission letter. In addition to other requirements at the embassy, and hopefully you get the study visa. So that's it, guys. So if you have other questions, let me know in the comment section below, or you send a DM or an email as usual. Thank you guys for watching. If you've watched up to this point and you've not subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, share this video and